If you enjoy the Low Scale Gaming podcast, please leave us a like, review, and subscribe. Any feedback is welcomed, and I hope you enjoy the show. Hello, and welcome back to the Low Scale Gaming podcast. I'm your host, Ghostland's Finest. As always, I'm joined with Conan Jones, Native Farrier Mage. Conan, how you doing today?
I'm okay. It's like I've got stuff to do today, but I need to add that to fail.
I got stuff to do today too. I didn't mean to sleep in this long.
25 seconds in.
Dang. I didn't think you'd catch it.
Nope, I got it.
I got a bunch of stuff to do today. I'm super I didn't mean to sleep in this long. I woke up at 10:50. We were recording at 11 today, and man, it's not even that I was playing Last of Us or anything. I just slept this long. I haven't really played that much of The Last of Us, but I just had a busy weekend, which is good, and I'll get to that in my wins of the week. But today's Father's Day. For all you fathers out there, happy Father's Day. Do I get to celebrate Father's Day?
Absolutely.
Happy Father's Day to me too, for taking care of my brother.
Yeah.
Mage, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Slept long like you did. I'm feeling pretty good right now.
That's good. I'm glad you got some good sleep too.
I needed it because I haven't been sleeping super well lately. So
I'm sorry.
It was nice.
Man, I had this weird dream today. I was back in high school, okay? And I was how I am now, but I was back in high school. And I was sitting there and I'm just like, why am I here? It was one of those weird dreams where I knew I was dreaming, but I couldn't control it. Okay? And I'm sitting there, I'm just like, why am I in school of all places? and then I was just like, whatever, I'm going home. Because in my high school, you could see my house from the high school. Okay? So I went out the back doors how I normally do and walked home. This teacher who I've never seen before tries stopping me. She had a really annoying voice too, and she was just like, "No, we can't let you go. We can't let you go." Okay, let's talk to the principal. I was like, "Okay, what? Okay." My principal in high school, Bellamy, was pretty cool. Okay, but there was also another principal who I absolutely hated. And out of the back of my head, I could hear Mr. Markham just start yelling at me, and I was just like, "No, I ain't talking to Markham." And I started to walk off again, and then I woke up. But I was just so mad that of all the places for me to realize that, hey, I'm dreaming, I can control this. It was at high school, and then I couldn't even control it.
Of all the places to be, there's nightmare back in high school.
I hated high school, man. I liked band, and that's it. But see, that's the thing. I was trying to go to the band room, but the band room was closed because of the COVID stuff.
So nothing else was closed.
So that's when I was like, I'm just gonna go home then because I don't want to be here.
Screw you guys! I'm going home.
I'm so mad that I had finally had some sort of vivid dream, but I couldn't control it.
Yeah, that's rough, man. Of all the things.
Hated high school. My only thing I liked about high school was going to band, and I couldn't even do that. But all right, let's go ahead and jump into our fails of the week. Conan Jones, what is your fail of the week?
So I kind of said a little bit of it earlier. I have to go back out to a house today to try to make contact again because I didn't make contact with him on Friday or yesterday, so I get to try again today. And then, like, I've been really itchy here recently. And, like, after we got the grill, we kind of just were sitting outside and, like, took the lawn chairs out and put bug spray on and stuff. And
Yeah.
part of me thinks I might be allergic to that bug spray or something. Because, like, ever since we did that, like, my legs and my arms and, like, the back of my neck have just been absolutely infuriatingly itchy. Which is, I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah.
But
Well,
You very well could be allergic to
did
it.
you like
Do
roll
have a
around with
rash?
some asbestos?
no. I
Okay.
just
So yeah, then it's probably,
sat outside.
I don't know. But yeah, you probably are allergic to it then, or you just got bit by bugs before it got to you.
Well, like, as soon as we walked outside, we sprayed down. So it's like, I wouldn't imagine it would get bit that fast between all of the stuff, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I guess crazier
I don't
things
know.
have happened.
Try a
That's
different
very
bug
true.
spray and see if there's something different.
Yeah, so that's our next deal, is that we're going to try to find a different one. We just haven't been to the store since then. So
What bug spray did you use?
it was like the same brand I've always used, but it was like an active, like, where it doesn't run off whenever it's like sweat off or something like that.
No, you might be allergic to that ingredient or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm having in my brain too. I was like, I don't, because I feel like I've used that exact stuff before, but who knows?
I mean, people get allergic to weird things. Like my sister, we can't use Tide detergent
I can't use Tide either.
for washing her
Tide-
clothes because she's allergic
Tide
to
makes
it.
me break out in hives.
Yeah, same with her. Like, but it doesn't to me or my brother or my mom or anything or anybody else. But
Yep,
it's just her. So we
Yep.
use like Gain or Era.
Yeah, I use Gain because I can't use Tide.
Dude, Gain smells really good too. So
Yeah, Gain does. I love Gain.
Because that's my other thought with it. Like, I feel like if I was allergic to it and had like some sort of reaction, I would have some sort of like physical, like, bumps or red spots or a rash or something, you know? And it's just itchy. Like, I don't have real bumps or anything. Like, I had my wife check my back out, and she was like, you just have red marks from where you've been scratching yourself so hard. And it's like, you know, that's, other than that, it's just kind of business as usual. But I don't know, man. It's weird.
I'm sorry. I don't know. All right, Mage, what's your fail of the week?
I just had like almost no motivation to do my job right this week. Like, I mean, I'm getting up and I'm doing everything, but I'm just like, man, I don't want to do this right now.
This week was definitely rough with that.
Well, I've had a really good week, to be honest. I don't have anything really to complain about or anything like that. So I don't really have a fail this week for once. I think this is the first time where I haven't had a fail. But things have been going good. Vader's been like not Vader's been being really good. He can like now sleep with us and not like tear things up or pee or poop in the house. And he'll wake me up if like he needs to go. So it's really nice that my dog's maturing a little bit more. Oh, he also got to play with dogs yesterday, and he was like really good with them too. And he didn't try to like fight or bite them or anything. They were
Good.
just playing. It was fun. Now I don't know how it's gonna go whenever he gets to play with Baxter, but also realizing that how big Vader is compared to like dogs that I thought were like normal size, and how
Yeah.
much he like just towers over normal sized dogs already. It was like, oh my god, like,
Yeah, he's a big old boy.
and he's only 6 months old. He's
Yeah.
only going to get bigger, but it's okay. I love him. He's a good dog. Also, if I do have a fail of the week, it's because he's shedding finally, and it's getting everywhere.
Oh. Yeah.
But that's it. That's literally it.
I've been having to brush Baxter out like every day, and then
Yeah.
I have to turn my fan off in my bedroom because then the fan catches it and blows it around.
Yeah.
So I need to vacuum my room because it's where he comes in here and jumps on my lap and we brush and stuff. But
Yeah. If I did have a fail, that would be it. But even then, that's not even like
not really a big
anything.
deal.
Yeah.
Just an
All right.
annoyance.
Let's
Yeah,
go
just
ahead
making sure
and
your room doesn't get dusty.
yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and continue our topic one conversation from last week.
Okay, so I was kind of listening back through, and I just kind of was making notes for myself. Um, you had said that your seventh and eighth grade, with your seventh grade band being your beginner band, are in
Uh
a
huh.
separate class than your 9 through 12.
Well,
They're
kind of,
physically in a different class. They're in a different time level, time space.
kind of. Sometimes some of my kids are in the first hour. Like some of my high school kids are in the first hour due to Votech or due to athletics or something like that.
Okay.
So it's not really ever a good solid split. There's always something else going on that has to have them in there, and it's I just make the best. I make do with what I got.
Yeah. So when is your athletic stuff?
Athletics is last hour.
But then some people are gone for Votech in the morning.
Yes, and then and then first hour is my other class. So
Your other class?
first my other band class.
Like your
They,
normally older kids?
no, the older kids are in last hour.
Got you. Okay. I'm just trying to. Okay, because my thought with those is if since they were kind of their own class, if they could be their own group,
Yeah,
because I know that you were saying that your seventh grade group you have to like rush through to get them ready to perform for contest because they're in the same band. Like
right.
that to me just seems real crappy. One, I mean, to everybody involved. Like,
Well, yeah, it is. Like it's not like I can't do anything about it. Like in the situation that I'm in there, I have to have as many people as I can,
mm-hmm.
and I have to do like I have it has to be like that. Like I know it's not good and everything like that, but it's just the situation that I'm in that I have to like make this sort of mad dash to being having them somewhat ready. You know?
Yeah.
Doing that quantity over quality type thing.
Yes.
Is that something that your admin would be willing to look at in the future?
Every time I've talked about it, they just kind of brushed it off. So no.
Ooh, excuse me. That was kind of my thought with that because like I know we've kind of talked about it ourselves outside of this, but
Right.
while we were just kind of discussing it, it's like I'll bring it up and see what we think. Um, so they've
No, it's not really like I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do and be able to keep everything like working as well as I do. I'm just trying to keep my somewhat oiled machine working still.
your newly oiled or
Yeah,
still getting oiled machine.
still getting oiled machine working still.
Because I remember at my Oklahoma school, the Votech thing was always an issue too. So like we had kids that had to do Votech in the morning because of whatever classes they had to take or whatever it was that
Yeah,
they were only offered in the morning time, so they couldn't do band but that was just like the one semester, and then they came back afterwards, so it was kind of a weird deal with that, but we also had a bigger group than you do.
All right, what? What? Probably like 4 times my size of my band of people from seventh
Yeah.
grade to
Well,
whatever.
because our high school was just 9 through 12. No, it was 8 through 12 was high school band. But we were almost in the 80s, I think.
Jesus.
So
I know a lot of those Votech classes, even though you get the morning off, it doesn't start at like 8 a.m. or anything. So
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you could talk to your kids about it and see what they're willing to do.
Yeah, the ones that I had the interactions with stuff like that were willing to make it work and did that work and that adjustments on their own without having to deal with me. The ones who didn't want to make it work then had excuses for that. So it was kind of one of those deals. It's like your good kids are showing why they're the good kids kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
But
See, my good kids are my good kids are the helpful kids. Like, I got a couple that are not. I wouldn't even say I have bad kids. Okay, there's maybe one or two that I just wish wouldn't like be as talkative as they are, and then there's one that's just needs like some more attention. I think is the good answer there because he's. I don't think he's a problem. I mean, he acts out because he wants attention, and like, but I understand it though. So, and I don't know what's going on in. Well, I do know what's going on in his home life, but I'm not going to talk about it, of course.
yeah.
But I understand why he acts the way he does. I have to help him not do that because it's kind of like how I was in high school. But I don't know. My good kids, though. Sorry, I had to remember real quick what point I was trying to make. But my good kids are like my band president. She's amazing. She's really like she's scared. Like some of the other kids are scared of her, and it's really funny. But she always makes sure that like everything gets done when I ask her to do it. She's great, and she's going to be in 10th grade this year, so she's going to be around for a while, hopefully. But yeah, like you said, the good kids are there for a reason because man, they just like take care of so much stuff for you. Like I couldn't imagine how my band would be if I didn't have like my
That
good
one
kids that I do
person.
have. Yeah, or even just the one person. Like I couldn't imagine where we would be without her.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure. Yeah. We can kind of change gears a little bit after that one.
Okay, that's fine.
Because we kind of talked about them going to the contest and stuff. You're kind of just stuck there.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm really stuck with it. This situation is really weird. Like college did not prepare me for this situation. To be honest with you.
Yeah, because it seems like your school, your uppers haven't been forced to make those decisions to set a schedule, and they've just kind of made it work because your predecessor didn't seem to have much of a backbone or kind of a vision or forward thinking kind of stuff from what I can kind of put together.
I mean, besides the creepy stuff he did, I feel like he was very just like there for a paycheck kind of thing and not really like doing anything to go forward. What it really feels like to me.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I just gotta figure out what to do differently.
I got you. My next deal is kind of we were talking about your kids coming into 7th grade and trying to have them as prepared as possible.
Yeah.
And kind of teaching them note links and stuff. I kind of wanted to ask how you teach 8th notes or like where you start. If you start whole notes and subdivide down as you're learning new stuff, or
that's what I do. I start whole notes and go on down. I feel like it's easier to just go. I have this whole, I have this rhythm charts thing that I got from Anadarko that I use that helps out teaching like whole notes and it goes whole notes and like rests and everything and goes on down. That's what I really like about it.
Yeah.
So it helps out with that and learning the different uh the notes and links and everything. But yeah, I do whole notes on down.
Okay. Because one thing I tried in Texas whenever I was there was that I started with eighth notes and started the review with eighth notes because the elementary teacher that they had before I got there was a rock star and got them like super prepared. But with the review with them, you know, started with eighth notes and set the metronome on the eighth note beat so it sounded different.
Yeah.
And then just yeah,
whatever on. Yeah.
and did downbeat, upbeat, down up, etc., and then just added to it till you got to whole notes or whatever. And that seemed like it worked pretty well with them, but I don't know how much of that was working well and how much of that was just them remembering from the year before kind of stuff.
Right. I don't know. I've always done the whole note to down to quarter eighth note, but I don't know. I could try it that way once. I'm not opposed to trying new things.
Yeah, I just remember like my Oklahoma kids, like whenever we would do note links and stuff, like they couldn't remember anything that thought was going to have more words to it, but it kind of just fit where I paused.
I can't remember things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it would be easier to start at like the lowest common denominator and then just add to it. Like,
well, I mean, the lowest common denominator is not eighth notes.
well, I mean, for their them where they would be, like, I mean, you can just keep subdividing and get smaller and smaller for as far as you want to go, but for practicality purposes.
What is the point of going to like 64th notes? What is the point of that?
If you're really slow, I guess. Just melodic stuff.
Like 64th notes, like what I mean like that is like in like actual like time for something.
Yeah. I think that's the tuba player in you.
They want that run, man.
I guess. Oh my god. Sorry, it's the best time of the year right now. It's Midsummer Fire Festival in WoW.
Isn't that the music thing that didn't work out very well? They're doing a WoW thing with that now?
No, this Midsummer Fire Festival was like better. Midsummer Fire Festival was like whenever I first started playing WoW, that was the WoW holiday that started. So that's why I feel a sort of way to
a sort of way.
Midsummer Fire Festival.
I think Tony was talking about the Fire Festival thing that like all those rich kids got conned into buying tickets for, and then it never happened, and then they never got a refund back for it.
I was about to say, I'm sure Ghost has zero idea what that is.
I have no idea what's going on.
They made like 12 documentaries over that event.
Yeah, it's all over Netflix.
Yeah, but a bunch of rich kids got conned into buying these tickets for a festival that was impossible to put up. So it was really funny.
Because it was supposed to be on some like private island in the Caribbean or something like that, and have all these big name performers and celebrities, and it just
none of that happened. And then they tried to build tickets around like a Bahamian island coast or something that was definitely not privately owned, and it was just a mess. Watch one of the documentaries; it's pretty fun to watch, actually.
It was a wild time.
Dude, there was like I watched one of the documentaries, and at the end of it, they were showing like Twitter posts about the fire festival, and like one of the posts was, each time a rich kid gets scammed, an angel gets its wings. It was so funny.
That's a good one. But okay, sorry, I got us off topic there. I don't know. We kind of got derailed a little bit with everything today.
Yeah.
But
So I was kind of looking at the eighth note stuff, but kind of the last one that I had was like for when you bring in for accidentals and key signatures and stuff. Like, do you just follow the book and bring it up whenever the book brings it up, or how do you go about doing that?
I just kind of go by what the book goes with. Like, I've always started with whole notes, just because that's kind of what I've always gone off of essential elements. So like, that's just what, like, the whole notes thing is just what I do. You know.
Yeah.
Essential Elements is pretty solid. I know one way we were being taught was maybe starting at eighth notes and then going shorter. Or going longer, like eighth notes and quarter notes, then half notes, and then whole notes.
Where have you, wait. Where have you been for like the past 20 minutes?
No, that's what I was listening. Sorry.
This is literally what Coden's been talking about the entire time.
My bad. I might have tuned Conan out for just a second. I listened most of it. I guess I just forgot you said something.
I guess you missed like the whole 20-minute part where Conan kept talking about.
No. I listened to the very beginning of it, and I don't know. Maybe I just turned it off a little bit for a second.
See, Conan, you get mad at me for me tuning y'all out. No hate to Mage though, right now.
To be fair, though, it was mainly a conversation between you and Conan.
Yeah, because you don't ever speak up or anything.
That's not true.
Go take a nap.
What?
I told him to go take a nap because he's sleepy.
Okay.
What? I'm not being mean. I told him let's take a nap.
I can't take naps, Ghost. We already discussed this.
Oh, well, I'm sorry that your body hates you for taking naps.
We are
Anyways.
too.
So, let's move to topic 2 with
dig
Last of Us. I'll be honest, I haven't played that much of The Last of Us 2 yet. I've played about 7 hours of it. And what I've played so far is... I don't think it's as bad as what everybody's making it out to be. But it could be that I'm seeing it from rose-tinted glasses. So, I'm not making a full, like, opinion on it yet. Mage, have you got to play it yet?
So, I went on YouTube, and there's this YouTube channel called Gamer's Little Playground.
Yeah.
And they posted the entire game movie of Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
And I never read any spoilers of Last of Us 2, so I sat down and watched the whole thing.
You watched the whole... Okay, so I haven't... Okay, I'm not... Where I'm at right now is I just started at the beginning of day 2 for Seattle.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, it was like 6.5 hours long, maybe a little bit longer than that. And it had all the cutscenes and like all the dialogue and stuff in that game.
Yeah.
It just cut out some of the gratuitous like finding things and like
okay, all right.
And some of the combat, but it didn't cut out all the combat. So I got to see literally all the game pretty much.
Okay, let's don't go past day 2 of Seattle. Okay, just go from the beginning to wherever they end up after in the movie theater. Okay.
Well, do you want my opinion on it?
Yes, I want your opinion on it from that point of view.
Okay.
Let's do the major point. Let's do the major point real quick. Conan doesn't. We are going in the spoilers territory, so if you don't want to listen to it anymore, that's good. I understand. Thank you for listening, and have a great day. Better tomorrow. but now you've been warned. We're jumping in the spoilers now. So
I can do like a non-spoiler review, and
no,
then
it's
I can
fine.
do a spoiler
I already
review.
just said we just so. Anyways,
Everyone dies.
well,
Everyone dies.
Joel dies. Joel like gets like torn to shreds with a golf club,
Yeah, it's
and
pretty brutal.
I have no idea why, but I hope it's not a stupid reason.
No, you see why.
Okay,
And
don't tell me. Don't tell me. I don't. Anyways,
because you'll play as Abby more, and they'll show her past.
is Abby a dude?
No,
Really?
but she is built like a train, though.
Okay,
Like,
I swear to God. Okay, when I was playing this game, I got picked with this person. I swore to God that was a dude. Like she is built like one. She has really wide shoulders for a female.
well, I mean, she like bulked up, man. She can bench like 220.
I was just like, this is the dude, because I got this part spoiled to me before. It was in somebody spoiled it in World of Warcraft for me that I quote, Joel gets whacked by a tranny. So that's why I thought that was the that she was transgender. And
No, she's definitely fully female.
okay, all right.
She just exercised a lot.
Okay, all right. I don't want to know what the reason is, but I kind of have my thoughts on it, but I'm not going to say it because I don't want you to confirm or deny it. How do you feel about Joel's death?
It was brutal. Don't get me wrong, but
It was
all
very
the crap
brutal.
that you did, all the messed up stuff that you did in the first game, I think I'm not surprised that he died that way. If I'm going to be honest,
and somebody finally caught up to him.
Yeah, like
because he did everything he could to survive. So I mean, like, even if that was being a not so good person, he did.
Pretty bad person, honestly.
Yeah, he did everything he could to survive, which is rough. But Joel wasn't a good person.
He was a good person to Ellie. But
And even then, he was really.
It took him a little bit to open up about that.
Yeah. but
yeah, dude. I'm not surprised Joel went out that way. It was rough, though.
I know, like, a lot of people are mad about, like, the forced, like, lesbian stuff with Ellie and Diane or whatever. I don't think it's very forced. I feel like it's very fluid and natural. Like, especially if you've played, like, The Last of Us, the DLC for it, it's very prominent that Ellie is a lesbian, or at least bi. So, like, it's
and her. I think it makes sense because her voice actor is also a lesbian.
Yeah, Ellen Page.
Yeah, Ellen Page. I mean, she's a lesbian. She's been very open about that stuff, and so
so like this
character would be.
It's not like it's like suddenly forced, So like, I don't see another reason why people are mad about that. But
no, people just like to be mad. So basically, what I get the feeling after seeing this game is that people read the spoilers, and so they feel like they have to be upset about it, even though it's really well executed.
Right. I haven't. Like, I don't know any. I managed to avoid the spoilers, so I'm not going to go into that part of it. But I'm going to give it a chance.
Yeah, it's fine. There are sometimes they do the flashback thing a little too much, I think, where it kind of takes you out of the game a little bit, especially because some of those flashbacks are pretty long.
Like the one where they went to the museum.
And Abby, the other character that you play as, they do a lot of her flashbacks because they have to build up her story and kind of figure out why she did what she did and what her motivation is and everything else, and kind of explain who she is so that way you feel sympathy for her or whatever.
Right.
And because they introduced that new character and they have to do all that building up stuff, and they do those flashback stuff, it takes a while, and it takes you a little bit out of what's happening now. Yeah. And I think they spend a little bit too much time doing the flashback stuff. Like you could, because her motivation is pretty clear cut without spoiling it, and it really could have been just like one flashback scene.
Is it obvious what her motivation is?
I thought you said you didn't want me to tell you.
I know, but now I'm asking, and never mind. Don't tell me. I have because I have a good feeling on what it is, but I don't want. Never mind. Don't tell me.
I won't.
Okay.
I won't. But yeah, I mean it's pretty clear cut, and it's just because later on in the game you kind of go through Abby's side of the story, about like what happened when Ellie was looking for revenge for Joel.
Yeah.
But it happens like, so the way you do it is you play through Ellie's side up to the last day until her and Abby meet up finally, and then it goes to Abby's side from the beginning till her and Ellie meet up again.
Real? Don't tell me that! Damn it!
But that's not a spoiler. That's just gameplay, and I'm telling you that because that it just takes you kind of out of it, because you're going through all these intense situations and then suddenly we're back at the beginning again. You're like, okay, all right. But I mean, it's still good. It's good writing, the good characters and everything. The gameplay that I saw, it feels pretty much the same as Last of Us 1.
Yeah,
Like,
the gameplay's fun. Like the gameplay, they didn't need to change anything for the gameplay. The gameplay was already pretty good.
I would have liked some extra stuff, something new, a little bit, just something to refresh it a little bit, make it a little bit like feel a little bit newer than what they did. But it's almost exactly the same.
Like, and the zombies are still just creepy and disgusting. Oh my god! Especially now that like there's more updates with it. Like not creepers, clickers are just like still are one of the most disgusting looking things I've ever seen. And then that new one they added, the Shambler or whatever.
Yeah,
the big old bloater boy. Oh my god, that was gross too.
I wish they would have done, I don't know, maybe another mutation or something, just something new. They did the one extra zombie, but they didn't add any other new ones.
Yeah, so it's just Shamblers that are added. Okay.
Yeah, and they
I don't know. Those Shamblers are like really like weird and big looking. Like, ugh.
Yeah, I just wish they could have done something else. Like, I don't know, maybe like a zombie that's like, because these zombies are made from plants.
Yeah.
So maybe like a zombie that's just like stands still and is actually like it's just a plant, like a human that turned back into a plant and just releases spores and creates other zombies or something. I don't know.
I got you.
Like they could have done something. There's a lot of concept there that they could have used and they didn't. So I'm like, all right.
Yeah. I don't know. So far, I've been enjoying the game. I'm not one of them. Like the stories of the story, I'm still just like I'm not sold on yet. But gameplay, it's fun. Like,
yeah, gameplay.
I love the gameplay of it. I love the whole survivability stuff and using your ammo sparingly. And like, if you're good at the game and you're good at aiming, then like, yeah, you could do more. You could do more shooting and stuff. If you're bad at the game and not good at aiming and stuff, then yeah, you need to do more of the sneaking element. You can pick and choose how you want to do each encounter, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely things that they could have done better, I thought, or just made something, or refreshed it a little bit more than they did, because it just seems kind of like, okay, it's the same exact thing as Last of Us 1, which Last of Us 1, the gameplay was great, don't get me wrong, it was fantastic. I just wanted to see a little bit, something new, something a little bit newer, something changed, something,
Right.
Yeah, but like the game is definitely heavily story based, because just cutscenes and the game movie alone and stuff. Like I think the cutscenes, there's twice as many as there was in the first game. It's almost like an interactive movie kind of deal. But I mean, there is definitely a lot of gameplay involved. The collectibles are kind of cool. And the story is good, I think. If not, just like you wish it would played out a little bit differently, I guess. But I didn't too much care for the Dina character, Ellie's girlfriend. I didn't really super care about that too much.
Mm-hmm.
Not because she was a lesbian or anything like that. I just didn't really like her. I don't know. She was too much of like a Mary Sue to me, if that makes sense.
I don't know what that means.
Damsel in distress.
No, not as. I didn't mean it really as a damsel in distress, but kind of. But she's like a one-dimensional character, I think. She does have a little bit of conversations with Ellie that make her a little bit more fleshed out, but they don't really build on that too much. There was one you probably haven't gotten there yet because you just got to the theater. But there was one plot point with her that they just like they sort of built on it, and it could have been to something really dramatic, but then it never fleshed out to anything. So I was really disappointed with that. I was like, oh, you could have really, I don't know, that you could have really had something going there. It was something like really nice, but it didn't really happen. So there's a couple things. Also, Ellie just like I will say something really cool about the game is that you see what trauma has done to Ellie, and like she's not eating, and like the way that her model, she just looks like sickly thin, and that doesn't really change. So it's just like, oh wow, it's like destroying her from the inside, and they do show that physically, as well as like they explain it kind of verbally a little bit, but it's just like oh wow, that you actually get to see that. So I think that was really smart of Naughty Dog to do that.
Yeah, like I think so far it's been a pretty good experience, and I'm hopefully next week I come back to it and still just I'm having a good time with it as I am.
Yeah, my biggest complaint is that the flashback scenes are just too long and it just takes you out of the game a little bit. But that's it. Because, like, so some of the flashback scenes, just to kind of put it in perspective, like, they would have been, like, they always come at, like, a halfway point where you're like, that was a really good flashback scene. It could end right there. But then it doesn't end. And there's, like, something a little bit more going on.
That's how I felt about going to the museum.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like,
it could have ended after they go in, like, the space capsule thing or whatever. It could have ended right there. And like Ellie's getting like good motivation thing, whatever, and then they go into that other building, which didn't really add anything other than like some dudes writing creepy stuff on the wall. Sorry,
like the Firefly thing, and it's just like you could have done that like right after they left that in the same building, like you didn't have to add like all this extra stuff just to find this one thing, and so it's like. And they just do that almost every single flashback scene. Like, every flashback scene lasts just a little too long. And it happens at these times that you're like, I really wish I could just still play the main
story
a little bit longer. So it's just kind of like, okay. And that's my biggest complaint of the game, I think. But otherwise, I think the story is good. I think the lesson they're trying to tell, I think, is good. I think they do a lot of like woke things with like Ellie being lesbian and Abby being a weightlifter. Like they do some other woke things that I won't spoil because you're not nearly.
All right, let's go. All right, let's go to topic 3.
I'm saying they do it very fluidly, and I don't think there's reason to complain about it.
Okay.
I was going to say.
So what have y'all been playing this week besides me playing Last of Us 2?
Earth is still going on the PBE, so I played a little bit of it over there. since they took it away on the normal server, which is sad.
See that? I don't know. I'm about tired of Earth. I said it.
That's fine.
I like Earth, but it's one of the things where it's like, if I play it for a little bit, I'm good. That's all I needed. Conan just likes to get kills on it.
I like it to be in and out faster. That's not like on the ARAM map. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, I got a pentakill with Vygar yesterday.
nice.
It won
You
a
just
ranked
keep
game.
cussing left and right in this episode. I'm sorry, Conan Jones.
I didn't hear it, so that's a good call.
I'm sorry, what?
You cussed again.
Did I really?
Yeah?
No, I said shoot.
No, you did not say you. You definitely did not say shoot.
I swear I said shoot.
You definitely did not say shoot.
I'll go back and
My
listen
bad.
to it either way. I was playing Quinn last night, and apparently there's a bug for Poppy
Yep,
on
that
the
does
PvE,
Mhm.
and
Oh yeah, I saw that.
she just like stays in the fountain and like gets AOE damage or something like that. Like,
Yep, the same thing with Kane. Kane can do it too.
yeah, so like it was a 4v5 all game, and then all of a sudden Poppy just started getting kills out of nowhere, and was just sitting in the fountain. So I was just like mopping house with this Maokai in lane or whoever I was laning against, and almost went the entire game without dying. And then right as we were trying to end, like Poppy kills me from the fountain. I was just like, this is stupid, man. And I was mad.
Yep.
I was mad. But that's pretty much what I've been doing.
All right, let's do. Let's do. Would you rather? Let's see. Would you rather be immortal or know when you would die?
Immortal, definitely.
Nah, I want to know when I'm gonna die. I don't want to see all the people around me die.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm going immortal.
So you'd be okay with seeing your brother and sister die in front of you?
I'm sure I would be hurt for a little bit, but I'd get over it.
Can confirm Mage is heartless. Oh my god.
I'm kind of with him though. Like, yeah, it's gonna suck no matter what. But like, I feel like I would not want to know the time and date I would die. You know what I
So
mean?
you're telling me you'd be okay to watch your wife die?
Okay, you didn't open your ears. Listen to what I'm saying. Nothing. It would not be okay to watch. Like, it's gonna suck. Like,
It's the thing is that's probably going to happen whether I'm immortal or not. Like, unless I die before them. Like, so, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at.
Okay. I mean, I don't want to see people that I love die. Like, so I'm gonna be just. I'd rather know when I'm gonna die, so I can live my life to the fullest.
what's keeping you from doing that now, though?
What, living my life to the fullest?
Yeah.
COVID.
His knee.
That bear that tore up my knee.
That dadgum bear.
That bear that tore my ACL in college.
Okay, but I mean, like, outside of COVID, though, like, if you found out right now, like, oh, hey, you're going to
Money.
die when you're 46 and a half, when you're at
On June 26th.
the first buffet, you're going to have a heart attack and keel over.
I don't know. I mean, like, I'm pretty happy with life right now as it is. So, I mean, yeah, I wish I could go outside because of COVID stuff, and I wish I had some more money. But, I mean,
Yeah.
pretty happy with how life is. I don't know. I'm pretty complacent. Like, there's not really anything I want other than, like, my backyard to be level so I can put the stupid pool up. But
Isn't that what you bought sand for?
I did, but then I also was like, this sand's not gonna work because like my ground's almost at like a 45-degree angle. So I bought one of those tiller things y'all are telling me to get. The soil tiller thing. I bought one.
Yeah.
So it'll be here on Tuesday.
Oh, nice. Did you also get a shovel?
Yeah, and I got a shovel as well.
Sweet.
And I got 8 bags of sand. So that pool's going up next week. All right,
Ghost is digging holes.
that's going to be my win of the week next week. Is that pool?
Hell or high
All right?
water, it's going to be the dang pool.
Yes, but
The 4-week project will come to an end.
Tune in next week for the thrilling conclusion.
it's been foretold in the scrolls.
Next Sunday. So I got my pool up. Woo!
And Vader broke
That's all
it.
it is.
Now it's
Vader broke it.
yeah.
My brother belly flopped, but hit the edge and just collapsed the whole
And
pool.
oh my god.
I can see your brother doing that too.
I can't do it. It's stupid. All right, let's go ahead and jump into our wins of the week. Conan Jones, what is your win of the week?
Oh, I got a call. I was like, "Where's my name?" But it's like it's the C for Conan.
Yay!
I figured it out. It's been almost 2 years, over 2 years now.
Over 2 years.
I got a call from the health department. Your boy is corona free, so
Hey.
I tested negative. Just in time for all of the supporters in Tulsa to get it.
Man, talk about a bust. Did you
Man.
see like the videos of it and stuff that like
We were actually watching the live stream of him talking and stuff, and I lasted about 5-6 minutes before I was just like, he's not even talking about anything. He's just rambling and like telling stories of things that have nothing to do with anything. Like,
Yeah, I had to turn it off too because I was just watching him and I just couldn't. I was
Yeah.
like, this is playing.
it's like, because I made my first Facebook post in God knows how long. And
yeah,
it's just,
I know it was so long that I got a notification
Yeah.
for it.
Like,
And I was
he's
just like, what?
Conan Jones is alive. Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, I have people on my Facebook feed who just willingly and blindly support anything he says and does. And it's just like, this man is a moron. Like, and that's
Mage for you.
being nice about it.
Excuse me?
I'm kidding. I thought it was gonna slide for.
You thought what?
I thought it was gonna slide for a minute because you didn't say anything as soon as I said it. I was like, he's gonna go with it. Maybe I caught him when he's not listening.
But I did listen.
Yeah.
I wasn't listening.
No, yeah, I just kind of. I couldn't even watch it.
Yeah.
I couldn't even watch it, to be completely honest. I just kind of.
It's like, people paid money to go see him.
Yeah, people got COVID to go see him.
Yeah.
They had to sign a waiver or whatever.
Dude, and also, like, I was watching it was a local news station that was live feeding, so it wasn't like some kind of, like, CNN
NBC
or
CNN.
Fox News.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, definitely, these people from Oklahoma, not, like, if anything, they're biased towards conservatives. Like, but they were, like, showing, it's like, well, there's all these empty seats, and they're claiming that protesters block people out. And then the very last line goes, KFR has not seen these protesters.
Yeah. I saw that
seen
too.
any protesters.
I was just like, that's an Oklahoma news station.
You're getting called out by your own news people. Like,
Like,
Yeah, that was.
it's so awful because I like, there's Trump supporters on my Facebook feed that are claiming that protesters had blocked people out of there. And no, they didn't. Now, there's still a good amount of people there. There was still 6,000, I think, was the count.
Yeah.
But like, even still, I'm just like, there's not a mask in sight.
nope.
Like, I saw maybe like 4 people with masks on that video feed, and I'm
Yeah,
like, they're all getting COVID. Especially like
Seeing that was a bit much too. That there was no nobody wearing masks or anything like that. Like, God, you were stupid.
like freaking there were children there with this disease out. They're vulnerable. Idiots. They're just gonna kill their kids and
It's all
themselves.
fake news. COVID's not real.
Oh my god! And like that was like the first line Trump said too was like, "I was watching the fake news."
He was
and
calling.
everyone was saying,
What was he calling COVID? It's like COVID.
no, he called it the Chinese virus.
Yeah.
I heard he said he called it the Kong flu.
Yeah, he did. He said the Kung Flu, and I was like, oh my god, this man is the president. He leads the free nation. Like, he is the
I have
top
heard
of the
that
top.
one. I have when COVID-19 came out though, I did hear it being called the Kung Flu, and I'm not gonna lie, I laughed really hard about it. But that was when it like first started in China.
Yeah.
It's so racist though.
I don't.
But for the president to say it is something
Yeah,
totally.
yeah, no, I agree.
like-
I agree. Like that's definitely something that president should be a little bit more politically correct about
Yeah.
that stuff.
It's like Jim Gaffigan can get away with saying stuff that like Donnie T
It's just
can't.
it's just the picture we're living in that this is okay. And hopefully, it's not going to be okay anymore.
Hopefully.
Anyway, Mage, what's your win of the week?
Well, so I was playing ranked yesterday because you guys don't want to play ranked with me ever.
Hope.
And I got a pentakill with Vygar, which is like the second time I've ever gotten a pentakill, which is really nice. I was pretty pumped about that. And also, what was the other? Oh yeah, so yesterday I went to a birthday party for a friend of mine, and we had a lot of fun. We had it was a pretty good like marble cake that was pretty good. And my friend grilled burgers that were pretty tasty, and we played this board game called Ticket to Ride, and it was a lot of fun because literally all we did was basically the game is to build trains, and I just love building trains. It's so nice.
That was free on Epic one time, so I've played it on the computer, and it was okay. It took me a while to kind of understand what was going on. By the time I understood it, I was like, I don't want to play any more of this.
Dude, the board game, I haven't played the computer version, but the board game version is pretty fun.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's probably the same, but it probably feels a little bit different being on computer.
Yeah.
But no, like, you're just building trains. You make routes. You get points for the routes that you make.
Yeah, there was like no tutorial. It just jumped in. It's like, all right, start clicking stuff. Good luck. It's like, well,
Do your best.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
It's a pretty easy game to learn, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but having
But not,
no prior knowledge.
oh, yeah. You probably should have read the instructions or something.
That's the deal. It's like there really wasn't any.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Did you play?
Say it again.
What?
Did you play online with a bunch of other people?
Oh no, it was just the single player whatever. So there wasn't any stakes to it. It was just clicking stuff, trying to figure it out. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love that game though. It's fun.
All right.
That's all I had.
Well, my win this week is I got my AC fixed in my car.
Yeah.
It cost me $200 to get it fixed because it was the compressor had to be replaced.
Oh man.
But hey, no, I drastically underappreciated having AC in my car. Like,
I will gladly pay $200 to have AC back.
yeah,
That Jeep when I first went to college didn't have AC, so I understand.
oh, it was awful. I had to drive around with the windows down and just not doing a thing because it's hot outside. Oh, it's rough. But I got my AC fixed. It's nice now. We got AC again in the car.
That was
And
Gust's last route project.
And my brother got his hair cut, and his glasses finally came in too. So things are going good.
Nice.
Nice.
My wife had a glasses appointment yesterday, so she's getting new glasses soon too.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you guys very much for listening. You can follow us on Twitter, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify at Low Scale Gaming. If you have a question or a subject you want us to talk about on our next podcast, go ahead and leave us a tweet or email us at lowscalegaming@gmail.com. Thank you guys again. And remember, have a great day and a better tomorrow. And have a good Father's Day.